go forward. You can still get out once it gets finished, once it gets 100% before it goes forward. But after that, you're kind of locked into it. So, you get the benefits that it provides, but you lose a lot of your control, pricing and stuff like that. It's really hard to get out of it after it becomes implemented, after it becomes effective. So that was kind of the meat of what I have so far, just for you all to keep in mind. And the last thing was the land use regulation change we did. I think it was the September 15th meeting. So I think that is gonna, I spoke to the mayor, and I think that is gonna have to be a 2-meeting amendment or more. Typically it would have to be an ordinance, and so to do the ordinance, you're gonna have to have 2 public meetings and advertisement and all that. It may require a change to the comprehensive code. Me and she were talking about that today. If it gets into that, we may have to send it to the state for approval and stuff. So I'm looking into all that now, and I'll try to have an update for you at the next meeting.
Hopefully we can get the LDR committee to continue to make some reviews and
Right.
some recommendations so that all this, if it does have to be some changes to the company, it can be all done at one time.
Right. That's all I have.
All right.
It's, when you were speaking over the legislative delegation hearing, you made throw out a number of $15 million. What was that for?
I was going to talk about that when it's my turn.
Oh, okay.
It's your turn.
You did. Is it? You want me to go?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go. Okay, so I spoke at the delegation also on behalf of W3C. Terry outed me there. So I've kind of spoken about it before, but we've put in a lot of applications for grants and SRF loans. SRF loans are usually forgivable up to a certain amount or 100%. The state really gets to pick that. If we get everything that we've applied for, we would have all of the funding for the entire $150 million outfit minus $15 million. So we would still owe about $15 million. It's just under, actually, under $15 million. That would be split between all 3 cities per household or per account, really. And according to my calculations, which this is not set in stone. It's not written in blood, but it comes out to about $35 per household per month, which really isn't a lot for 30 years if we don't get it. So I asked the delegation if they would be willing to throw in a little bit of that into the pot. And we also asked if they would like to do it now, early, then we could get going on the project earlier, quicker. I've been talking to our manager, and she came up with a really great point that I need everybody to understand. And I'm surprised that I actually didn't think about it, because I'm an investigator. If Bronson does pull out, that's fine, but we lose a lot if we pull out at this point. What happens if we stay in? Okay, if we stay in this, they pay for that property, which will get us about 3/4 of the way debt-free. So it would pay off 2 full loans and most of another loan that we have. If we stay in, then we would also have state-of-the-art facilities. This is not just Cedar Key and Otter Creek getting these facilities, this would be Bronson. If we pull out, we have our humdinger down the road that we have to fix, repair, or replace within 5 years. We're still paying on it. We still have all of our loans. We're still in debt up to our eyeballs, and we have to have more debt. We are not guaranteed to get grant money from the state for us alone. Going in as a group, 3 cities together, we are more likely to get the grant money, especially with Cedar Key involved, because they had so much hurricane damage the last couple of years, and a lot of these grants are for that, for restoration after hurricane. They are also a historic city. They are an island. They are in the ocean, in the Gulf. So the state really loves Cedar Key, and they want to take care of Cedar Key. And if we lock ourselves in, we'll be taken care of as well. Otter Creek only has 100 residents. It is not likely the state is going to want to help them on their own. If we back out, not only do we stay in debt, and not only do we still have our awful facilities that we will have to update within 5 years on our own, but Cedar Key and Otter Creek could also form their own entity, and they could actually purchase from an individual landowner here in Bronson. They don't have to use us. They don't have to include us at all. We can back out, and they can move forward without us, and they could buy Mr. Sweeney's property. I'm making up names because I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. But they could buy my property if they wanted to. I've got 36 acres out here, and I'm sure I've got some water underneath. Because we're in Bronson. And then I would benefit personally. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we're allowing those two to work without us, and we're allowing Joe Schmo to make a whole bunch of money, and we're out. And they're still getting the job done. Now, the third option that could possibly happen is there are very financially well-off bigwigs that have companies that do this. They come in, they buy property, they pay for it themselves. They don't need grant money. They don't need anything. They just create a contract with the state. They come in, the state tells our little towns that we don't get to sell water anymore, and they just take over. And then we're paying them whatever they want to be paid. So I think that the safest thing for Bronson is to stay in as long as we can get this grant money, and as long as it's not going to hurt us financially. Yes, sir.
When are they supposed to come out with wholesale rates? They're supposed to give us those wholesale rates or something?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's basically what I just gave you. I mean, that would be the $35. It depends on what we owe. So we have to know if we get these grants. We can't just come up with numbers at this point. We don't know what money we're getting. It all depends on whatever's left over, because the W3C itself is not trying to make money. They have to have a little bit in their bank account to make sure that the facilities are taken care of on a regular basis and they're maintained. But it's wholesale. We're not making a profit.
I thought the $35 was to repay the $15 million.
Right, so it would be whatever, that's a possible number, Terry Witt. That is not written in blood. That is a possible number to pay off that remainder $15 million, and then we would need to add a little bit for maintenance every month. And then that would be given to the towns. The towns would still need to make a profit.
They did do a rate,
They did a rate study.
They did a financial meeting that has the rates. I'll get that to you, because I'm sure I still have a copy.
They're going to be selling wholesale rates to this town, so you're going to have to pay for the water they're selling you. Those wholesale rates will be added to our bills.
Right, well, I want you to keep in mind though, how much is our sewer right now?
How much do we owe?
$87, no, the base amount that people pay for
Yeah,
sewer.
87.
If you are hooked into Bronson sewer system, you're right off the bat $87 minimum every month. So you're not going to have that fee anymore. Do you understand?
Okay.
Yeah, we would be paying actually less. Our customers will likely be paying less with W3C than they are right now with the current sewer system, because we're paying off this loan for the sewer system. When we sell our property to W3C, we can pay off that loan. Do you understand?
Well, whenever they come out with hard numbers,
Right.
they haven't.
Exactly. We're not there yet.
Yeah, but he was talking about the 60% design, they don't have to back out, right?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, I mean,
If you back out at the 60% stage, you kind of get out. I think you're responsible for your costs of getting to there, but you're out free and clear. Even if you back out at the 100% stage, you'd have to pay for those interim costs. But if you stay in after 100%, that's where you become liable to purchase the water, whether you're using it or not. So if you just decide that, for whatever reason, I don't know, if you had some kind of negative experience in it after the 100%, but up until that point, you can get out just with the cost in so far.
cost of what?
I'm assuming for the design. I haven't seen the whole agreement, because it's only a section of it, but the way I'm understanding it is, and we're not locked into it yet, haven't signed it yet, but I'm assuming your share of the design costs getting to that 60% or getting to that 100% mark.
And that's the first time I've heard that,
Yeah.
that city residents are paying part for the design. That's the first time I've heard that.
No,
No, it's all grants.
It's all
Correct.
grant.
All
I
grant.
just explained all of that. It is all grant, all SRF. If we get everything we've applied for, we will only have $15 million, period, to be split between 3 cities and all of the bills that they fill out,
$35
all
for
of the
that.
accounts.
$35 for how many years?
30 years,
30 years.
yeah.
That more than
How
doubles what I pay right now, you know. It's more than double, you know, my, what I pay for
I
utilities.
think we have to be careful with the numbers right now.
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
it's
we're
such-
just
It's so
guesstimating.
preliminary. Right now, it's really based on how much support you're gonna get from the state of Florida, on the federal government, to get this project going and moving all the time. I agree 100% what she's saying about City Key being kind of the favorite son. I mean, and I think they are gonna support it because City Key is involved. But I think right now, we just gotta wait until we get to a point of knowing how much commitment we're gonna get from them and the federal government before we can know any numbers. We can't put numbers out there right now. I mean, we might can say if we get 100% funding, got this many people, it's gonna cost us this. They could probably do that. But right now, they're basically waiting on what funding is gonna fall in.
It's too early.
Before I think it's just too early in the game just to know for a fact. And like I say, if we can get to 60% and be pull out of this without just those costs, then we wait till we get to 60%, and then we know where we are, a little closer to where we are. Because then you'll know about how much funding you're gonna get. So I think it'd be premature right now to say it's gonna cost each resident this much money, because we're not even signing documents to get involved yet. Right now, everything's in research, preliminary research
We
stage.
haven't lost
Right.
anything.
Nothing, not a
We have
penny.
not lost anything.
Not one penny.
Right, but this is a proposed contract, this isn't, you know, I mean, but this is still up for negotiation. If Bronson or any of the Chris's want to come back and say, we're not signing it with it, as long as those terms are in it, it's still up for.
They ain't got a test bill yet, so we don't even know if it's gonna impact the water to a point where we can't do it anymore.
Which is a perfect
Right now,
example.
we ain't at that point.
Which is a perfect example of why we cannot judge what's gonna happen in the future. They came to test and ran into issues that nobody thought of, so.
Yeah, I just, to me, the numbers seem pretty fuzzy so far.
They're not even visible yet.
They are fuzzy.
Yeah, I
Yeah, they're,
Don't print $35 a month.
yeah.
Don't print it.
No,
I said
no,
that was
print
I said that was my guesstimation. It is not written in blood. Don't do it. I'll
I
deny
can
it.
do anything I want.
Well, I'll deny it. I'll deny it.
You said it in a public meeting.
Okay,
Yeah.
we do, well, there's one more thing. We do have an emergency meeting on Friday night in Cedar Key at 6 p.m. If anybody wants to attend, but it's only about 30 minutes long. We have to check out these plans that they have, and they have to be voted on ASAP for the grants.
When is that?
Friday night, this Friday night at 6 p.m. in Cedar Key.
When do y'all do the meetings in Cedar Key?
Usually they're town hall.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah, the community
So
center.
what specifically is the meeting for? What is the
For the
meeting for?
blueprint.
Yeah, they're showing us their plans moving forward as far as their architecture goes. Blueprint, sort of, kind of, yeah. So we've got to look at those, we've got to vote on them, and it has to be done, like now, to go with the applications for the state.
So they can start digging the ditch.
We get the money for digging the ditch.
Well, they're in my area all right.
I'm gonna say what we have to do. All right, you good?
Yeah, I'm
All right,
good.
Vice Mayor, you got anything?
I do. So I don't know who started the recognition of the students of the month for the middle high school. It was a great idea. But for the life of me, I cannot understand why it stops there. So when they pick the student of the month, they also pick two admin, well, they pick a instructional teacher and then they pick a non-instructional teacher of the month as well. And they do that at both schools. And I think that they do a student of the month at the elementary school, but I don't know why we don't acknowledge it. But I would like for us to acknowledge those staff members as well. We are coming at a time right now to where it is very difficult to work in schools. There's like less discipline, more excuses, and the teachers who do get less help, less volunteers. Now it costs money to volunteer, so a lot of people don't even have the $86 it costs to do the background check. Yeah, can't even go on a field trip with your kid unless you pay for the background check. So for the ones that are acknowledged, I just know personally, they have spent way more than your average teacher or even non-instructional staff. So I would like for us to acknowledge those people as well. And I think that if we could acknowledge the people at the elementary school, that would be awesome too, because they don't ever get an invite here.
Okay, I've been in touch, so I was in touch with Carol Carlisle.
Yes, ma'am.
From
Yes,
Carol
ma'am.
Osteen.
Yes, ma'am.
Friday. They were picking their October students today. So she was, and of course she's been out for help.
Yes, ma'am.
So she was gonna get me the complete, all the students that they've recognized since August. So next meeting, we'll catch up on all those folks.
Yes, ma'am.
But I don't know about staff recognition, and I don't know who does that at BES. So
It would be Miss Wolf.
Ms. Wolf. Okay.
And they did used to do elementary, I guess the last 4 years they stopped. We always did each school, elementary,
Yes.
middle school, and high
And
school.
we only have 2 schools, so
But they did elementary, middle,
ma'am.
and high. I don't know what happened the last 4 years.
Yeah, the Carol's list has middle and high. I'll just need to see if maybe she can add staff
she can.
to it, and then I'll
And
contact.
I know she
Ms.
won't
Wolf.
mind because she's one of the staff that just on this last month.
Okay.
But thank you.
All right, I'll go next. The last couple of years, I partnered with Mr. Bill Brown and the Children's Table to do Thanksgiving dinner. And I think last year and the year before, we've had approximately 1,100 people. We plan to do it again this year, November 22nd. I see one of the people who volunteered down there, Mr. Reese, and actually last year helped fix plates, Miss B. But we're going to do it again, November 22nd, and it's going to be at the Children's Table Annex, located down by the racetrack. This will probably be the last year we do it at the Annex that way. Mr. Brown was trying to get the churches in the community to kind of branch out and have either smaller events individually or all come together. Because the thing that with him especially is he wants the community to come together. I mean, let me tell you something, 97 years old, he definitely got more energy than Bruce. I'm fascinated just to be able to work around him and be around him and hear all the stories. If you ever be around him a little bit and let him talk to you about some things, even just some of the people he knew, O.J. Simpson and people like that, he knows so many people. This guy is an amazing dude, and I thank God for the last maybe 6 or 7 years I've been able to kind of work with them. I've cooked for all the fundraisers and things such as that, but November 22nd, go ahead, Mr. Reese.
No, I'm just gonna say we're preparing to feed 500 families.
Yeah, we're preparing 500 this year, and it may be more now with things going on with SNAP benefits and things such as that. I actually cut my turkey order down, but thinking about maybe having to pick it back up. But last year I cooked 540 pounds of whole turkeys and about 200 pounds of hams. So it's just one of the things that I ain't gonna lie to you, I get joy. There's no money in my pocket, but I get joy just being able to do that. And I just want to invite all of you to come out, grab a meal, and just be supportive of it. And honestly, if you see him, just say thank you for all that you do, because he's 97 and
96.
You give
But I know how it makes him feel when people appreciate what he actually does. You know, I know how it makes him feel. And so, you know, like I say, I get emotional about it because I get emotional about it because, like I say, he thought enough of me years ago just to involve me in having me come down to help, you know. And when my cousin Frida was down there, that's when I got involved. But that's one of the best things I do for myself. It's just being able to do that. So I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Now, I'm just gonna say they served 200, I think it was 245 families today.
Yeah.
I saw
Whole
it.
court bus. Whole court bus.
They were busy today. Y'all were busy today.
So, like I say, everybody's invited, man, please come down. Like I say, smoking and deboning 540 pounds of chicken was a little bit of a job, but I enjoy every minute of it. And like I say, hope you guys will come down and just go to him and put your arm around him and say thank you for what you do.
Yeah.
It'll mean a lot to him. All right? All right, that's all I got. Stacy.
All right, I'm glad you did mention that about Mr. Brown, but this is not on the agenda. But I want to be able to do this. One of my ideas, because of him doing such a good thing in the community. Two people, Mr. Brown and Mr. Bo Diddley, and I don't know how we can go about doing this, naming like a street after them. I know Mr. Bo Diddley's not here anymore, but Mr. Brown is here. They say get your flowers while you get it live. I think that would be something special to honor him for all the achievements that he's done and things that he's done for the community. So we can get it on that on a later date, but that's something I wanted to throw across. As we name things off different people that do, like this building is named after a good guy that did a lot for the community. And Mr. Brown did a lot of good things for the community. So, and I see right here, Mr. Menda, is this the what's in my budget for events?
Yes, we budgeted 5,000 and there's about 3,300 left.
Okay.
So that's what's been spent so far on
Okay.
Hispanic Festival, Breast Cancer Rally, and Comfort Creek.
Okay, and if you don't mind, I would like to get the prices where all these additional funds came out with the 782, the totals, like Victoria can say, well, this went to this went to that.
Sure. Yeah, and mostly was.
A breakdown.
It was mostly printing. The Hispanic Festival included the porta potty for 500 and something, but we can get specific.
Yeah. I just want to keep a tally so I can know exactly.
It's mostly printing, but the banners are not cheap.
Okay. And then also like when we have the vendors, for that money to go back into that extra funds for the events. So if we get like vendors, food vendors, for that money to go back into my the budget for events.
Okay.
Instead of it just being scattered over the place and you don't know where it goes.
So that should be $60 for Trunk or Treat we took in. And I don't know that we ever got 30 for the Hispanic Festival. I don't know that we ever got a vendor. We might have got one paid vendor, so that would be $90 back to the.
I'm just saying for additional, so anytime we have something, then that's what
Right.
no more than right.
And we had a vendor for, we had a couple of vendors for the breast cancer thing too.
I don't think they paid.
Well, I know one did, but
Yeah, I know one did
sat there
too.
and waited for her to bring the cash back.
Thank you.
Did you?
Yeah, I know.
She paid the vendor fee?
It was the lady that.
Or did
was selling
the
shirts.
crowds?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
She had shirts and cups.
All right, so
It
100.
was Terry, Bo Diddley's daughter.
Beautiful shirts, cups. Yeah, very nice.
All right. Also, now on the agenda, I have the bike night that I want to present, and I think Mr. Larry, if you would come up and your brothers come up to speak on behalf of this. I thank you for your time coming in. I know y'all waited patiently
Thank y'all.
through the whole meeting tonight.
I was sorry.
Yes, we would we've discussed it outside of the realm of the city about doing a bike night in this area because there's motorcycles through here all the time. There's really nothing to do as far as bike nights in the area other than Williston. We have talked about doing one here in Bronson. It would be really nice to bring the biker community together with the general public, just for the fact of the matter of we do Toys for Tots Drive every year. And we do Toy Soldier event for Block Up. So we do definitely try to get out to the general public to let people know that we're bikers and we are who we are. We're working people just like everybody else. And we would like to do a bike night here in town. I personally live here in Bronson. These guys live in Chiefland, where this is Lee County chapter that I'm in. I have 5 full chapters. And we all would produce, what we would maintain and to have a good time and make sure everybody had a good time. Please our own, take care of what we have to, and we do what we do as far as managing and watching what goes on. And it's kid friendly. It ain't, all the horror stories that you have, it's nothing like that. We have had bike nights in restaurants and in small bars. But, it generally speaking, we would like to have a bike night in town where people can run out and have a good time, have bike shows, car shows, people want to come out and do car shows. And that's what we're doing, we're trying to represent this and do what we can do to just get out and instead of just being involved up in what we do. So, and like I said, my chapter itself, we do the Toys for Tots Drive every year. That is our gig, and that's what we do. We give out a lot of toys to the families with Toys for Tots and Marines. So, what we're just trying to propose to see if we can do a bike night.
So
What
you got some date down the road?
We have a lot of stuff on the weekends that we do, other clubs and other rides we do, but we do have empty spots, but a lot of your bike nights would land like on a Thursday night or maybe a Tuesday night. People's going to want to go out and eat, have wings, maybe a cold beer somewhere. They're going to go. And we understand that it's school, we understand that people work, but still people like to get out. But weekends have to be, if you had to be a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. To make it where it would be a legit move to try to do this. And then we have a calendar that we have 7 motorcycle clubs in the north area, North Florida. We have 7 clubs and we all take care of each other, so we have to fit it in. And on my calendar, I will find a date that we can do this.
Are y'all going to live oak?
Do what?
Next Saturday, are y'all going to live oak for the ride-in?
No, next Saturday?
Motorcycle ride-in?
Yes.
Y'all? Yeah, I'm supposed to be able to do that.
Yeah, so we got, like I said, and also we try to do meals and we do poker runs for families that need it. Kids need something, we help out.
We also have every year, but it's all about one family.
I just want to say, they also had volunteered to get into our homecoming parade, but the teacher that is over it this year, who is brand new to Bronson, brand new teacher, she did not have enough time to get them in, but they did offer to be in the homecoming parade as well.
I'm glad you brought up time, because this is where I am. I want to see as many things happen in town as we can make happen in town. But everything needs to have a plan. And it needs to be planned accordingly, and it needs to be planned with enough time to be successful. Because if you just say, in 2-3 weeks, we're going to have a bike ride in, I don't know what that's going to entail. We're going to have the police making sure that traffic is, controlled, or we don't have an idea of what this event will actually entail. Will it be drinking? Will it be smoking? Will it be, all those things are questions that have to be answered. So the fact that you bring it to us is great. And if it's something that we're going to do down the road, I'll be all in favor, but it definitely has to come with a plan. Because one thing I know about things that you're going to plan out far enough, they fail.
Yes, well, like I said, we're trying to get it to the point where we could get where we can get it, where we can plan it, because I can't just go in there and say, okay, we're gonna do it on Saturday of this date, and then tell everything, all of the clubs this is what's gonna happen.
Right.
You know, if we get started with it, it gives us time to get other things lined up. We've done talked about it, everybody said, cool, you know, we can do this, it'll be a good thing to do to have a bike night, but, you know, I know you got to advertise, and we know this, we know all this, you know, because we do annual.
We do
reports.
ourselves every month.
We do it all the time.
So what would be there? You got different bikes and you got car shows, do those, how does it work? Do those people pay like vendor fees? Do you have charge, is there a cover charge to get in or?
Usually, if at any event of a bike night, it's like I said, it's restaurants or bars. You know, you go to a restaurant like Cherries in Trenton used to be a bike night. Everybody go up there and you just go eat and, you know.
You need a restaurant
We
partner
don't have open that night.
to,
Yeah,
go
I mean, we would have somebody that can cook, so we got food trucks.
Yeah, but we have a park, yeah, we got a park, we have food trucks.
So you're thinking food trucks and then?
Yes, you can call in food trucks, and we've used them before.
Most of the time, these are fundraisers.
Yeah, we do a big
These
fundraiser
are-
every year.
yeah,
We
these are
donate
fundraisers.
50% of our proceeds to
Yes.
Bronson Donaldson.
Yeah, we do all
So
the
it's not,
house.
so we're just trying to.
Give them something.
We're trying to get.
Yeah, I'm
it-
just asking for details.
Yes,
Yeah, I don't think y'all
like
are
I
doing
said.
anything shady, I just
No, no.
don't, I've never been to one, so I just wanted to know like what happens exactly and
It
then
all
how do you
depends, like
charge for
sometimes
that, and,
we
you know.
have music, we have live bands, we, our clubhouses will do a bunch of like stuff going around for the kids to play.
Do raffles.
And y'all arrange everything,
Yeah.
you're just asking for permission.
Yeah, we're trying to start a bike night, you know, even if we ain't calling them names, we got somebody that can grill food really good, you know, it's amazing what a couple $100 will do, you know, to kind of make the table, see?
I tell you what, I'm gonna do the first one free we have.
But yes, we
But
should
that's-
organize our own.
so what
Okay.
time, like what time are you talking about?
It could be like, if it's a weekend, it could be a mid-afternoon into the early night, or it could be a 5 to 9 or 5 to 10.
Because I also have to think about staff, you know, we have staff that has to come open the gates and be there, you know,
Well, I can
throughout the
promise you,
facilities
if
and
you
all
got
that.
somebody to do the staff, on some of it, that's fine, but like